Hello, I'm Patricia Sigmund. I'm here today to talk with the amazing and trailblazing Pat Schroeder, who's going to share with us memorabilia from her decades in politics and her insights about women in politics. So were there any conflicts on the Armed Services Committee that you recall?
One of the things as a pilot that it uncovered is at the end of our main airport, there was this military base with all this stuff out there. And when I got on the Armed Services Committee, I could find out what this stuff was, it was a bunch of very serious nerve gas that had been created in the Korean War in case the Chinese ever used a nuclear weapon. And it's sitting out there in tanks. Now, my problem was I wanted it done, I wanted it out of there, but I didn't want to talk about it because some idiot might say that's the way to paralyze Denver. You take a little plane up and you go around and you say, if you don't do what I want to do, I'm going to go into those and you guys are all dead. So the military knew they had me right here because I couldn't build a campaign on it. So it was long and hard. Ron was very helpful, and we finally did get all of that stuff. You couldn't move it. It was too dangerous to move it. It all had to be demilitarized. And to do that, you had to build negative pressure buildings. It was such a, and it is now a wildlife center. I am very happy to say, and we are introducing little black-footed ferrets in the neighborhood along with buffalo and everything else. So it now is just an absolutely adorable, but it was a very scary thing. So for a politician it was hard because you couldn't build local information about it. You couldn't even talk to people about it because you didn't want anybody to know what the hell was out there. And yet finally I got it through and convinced them. I'll tell you how I did it. I found the gentleman who created it. He was Dr. Kiskankowski, God love his soul. He was still teaching at Harvard. I went up to see him and I said, I got this problem. He said, no. He said, the detonators on those are very unstable because we never thought we'd. I said, oh, you have just really made my day. But knowing that, I could then say to the military, knowing that the detonator's unstable, and the detonator, you better get that stuff out of there because that is not a good idea. So they had to be first demilitarized, and then they had to take the nerve gas down. So it was quite a task.
And it's amazing to think about how the moment that you got onto the Armed Services Committee put you in the position to accomplish that.
And I didn't even know about it.
And what could have happened if you weren't put on Armed Services?
Yeah, you never know. And as I say, if I hadn't been a pilot, I wouldn't have even known there was something out there to go look at. Rocky Mountain Arsenal. But guess what was in that arsenal?
And this is just one more example of the benefit of having a more diverse legislature. People from various experiences and backgrounds who may notice things that other people don't notice.
That's exactly right.